In this video, you will learn how to divide positive and negative numbers and determine if the quotient will be positive or negative. What conditions create a negative quotient? A positive number divided by a positive number always equals a positive quotient. A positive number divided by a negative number always equals a negative quotient. A negative number divided by a positive number always equals a negative quotient. And a negative number divided by a negative number always equals a positive quotient. After you have determined if the quotient will be positive or negative, divide as you normally would, solving to find the quotient. There is a way to double check that you have correctly applied the rules of dividing positive and negative numbers. Count the number of negative numbers in the problem. If the total number of negatives is an even number, the solution is positive. If the total number of negatives is an odd number, the solution is negative. This chart can be used to help. If there are two negatives as shown in the problem, negative x divided by negative y, the solution will be positive. 2 is an even number, and the rule tells us that an even number of negatives equals a positive. This is a helpful trick to help you check your work. Let's look at an example. 48 divided by negative 6. How can you solve this problem? Think about what we know about dividing negative numbers. This is a positive number divided by a negative number. Count how many positive numbers you have and how many negative numbers. There's one positive number and one negative number. When there's an odd number of negatives, the solution is negative. You can solve the division problem as we normally would, and we know the quotient will be negative. 48 divided by negative 6 equals negative 8. Let's go on to our next example. An expression is shown below. 6 divided by negative 8 over negative 4. Which expression is equivalent to the one shown? You need to determine which expression is equivalent to 6 divided by negative 8 over negative 4. You can determine if each solution will be positive or negative to help you determine the equivalent solution. The initial expression contains two negatives, which will equal a positive quotient. Let's look at choice A. You can use our chart and rules to determine if the solution will be negative. This is a positive number divided by a negative number. This will have a negative solution, so you can cross out choice A. Choice B, again, is a positive number divided by a negative number. There's one negative number, which is an odd number of negatives. This expression will have a negative solution. Our initial expression has a positive quotient, so we can eliminate choice B. Choice C presents all positive numbers. Positive numbers divided by positive numbers equals a positive number. Since the solution is positive, we can circle choice C. Finally, choice D shows us a positive number divided by a negative. According to our rules, this will have a negative quotient. Choice D can be eliminated, and choice C is our correct answer. Let's go on to our final example. Select the expressions that have a negative simplification. We need to determine which expressions have a negative solution. Let's look at choice A. We can use our chart and rules to determine if the solution will be negative. There are two negatives in this expression. Our rules tell us that two negatives equal a positive. We can double check this in our chart. An even number of negatives equals a positive. Choice A can be crossed out because the solution is positive. Looking at choice B, let's use our chart and rules to determine if the solution will be negative. There is only one negative in this expression. Our rules tell us that one negative equals a negative. We can double check this in our chart. Odd number of negatives equals a negative. Circle choice B since the solution is negative. Choice C has 3 negative signs, so we need to break this into 2 steps to solve. Looking at negative 28 over negative 4, we can determine that this would equal positive 7. So then we have a negative number divided by a positive. Our chart also shows us that 3 negatives is an odd number, which equals a negative. Circle choice C since the solution is negative. In choice D, both numbers in the expression are positive, so the solution will be positive as well. Cross out choice D as the solution is positive. Remembering the rules associated with dividing negative and positive numbers can help determine whether or not the solution will be positive or negative. Now you know how to divide negative and positive numbers. Thanks for watching.